Hello everyone, racing division Aprilia has unveiled the limited edition RSV4 Xtrenta to celebrate the 30th anniversary of winning its first MotoGP World Championship title. Based on the same basic profile that the RSV4 has carried since its introduction over a decade ago, the Xtrenta features aerodynamic features brought in from the factory MotoGP program and a number of other technical tweaks. Since aerodynamics is the hottest topic in MotoGP racing, this is where you should start. The Aprilia RSV4 Xtrenta sports huge front aerodynamic fenders just below the nose cone, which have become quite familiar in our time. According to Aprilia, these fenders not only increase downforce on the front wheel, but also reduce drag at the same time. However, the aerodynamic features of the RSV4 Xtrenta do not end there. Take a closer look and notice that the swing arm of this motorcycle, for the first time among production models, has a built-in flap. Racing fans will surely remember that the pendulum flap was first actually introduced by Ducati in 2019 when, despite bewilderment and claims that the lower wing would provide an unfair and possibly unacceptable aerodynamic advantage, Ducati claimed that this element is used to redirect air to the rear tire to prevent it from overheating. No one really bought into this explanation, but the aerodynamic swing arm shape remained that year, and every other manufacturer followed Ducati's lead. Ironically, Ducati and a number of other teams have abandoned the rear flap for the time being. As for the aerodynamics of Xtrenta, according to Aprilia, the aerodynamic load increased by 25% and the aerodynamic drag decreased by 4%. It's impressive. As for the rest of the bonnet, its carbon elements are made by PAN Composite using the same manufacturing processes as for the manufacture of motorcycle fascias for MotoGP. The insane RSV4 engine wasn't left out either. In the Aprilia RSV4 Xtrenta, it achieves a peak performance of 230 horsepower thanks to an increase in compression ratio, an SC Project titanium carbon exhaust specially designed for this model, and a Sprint filter air filter. A full MotoGP-style titanium exhaust will be available on request for this bike. Also, the Aprilia RSV4 Xtrenta engine received an updated Magneti Marelli engine control unit, and the transmission received a titanium star from PBR. Xtrenta's onboard electronics are navigated using the Jet Prime Racing dashboard. The optional foot pegs, handlebars, and milled gas cap are from Spider. In terms of chassis and running gear, the RSV4 is fitted with the best possible Alane suspension components, internally modified by Andreani in collaboration with Aprilia's engineering team for the MotoGP project. Other top-of-the-line components include Brembo GP4 MS monoblock milled calipers, 330mm T-drive front discs, and Marcassini M7 Argenocide forged magnesium wheels in 120x70 and 200x65 sizes that weigh about 2 kilograms less than standard RSV4 wheels. The livery of the new Aprilia RSV4 Xtrenta is very reminiscent of the livery of Lorenzo Savadori's bike that he rode in the Austrian GP, a modern interpretation of the 1992 Aprilia livery in the 125 cubic centimeters MotoGP class, when the team took its first championship title. Each of 100 copies of the Aprilia RSV4 Xtrenta will cost €50,000 plus taxes. They will be sold starting from September 6th exclusively online through the site factoryworks.aprilia.com. Lucky buyers will be able to pick up their motorcycles from Aprilia Racing for a chance to visit the racing division of the factory in Noali. In addition to the numbered limited edition RSV4, the buyer will also receive a custom motorcycle cover and floor mat. The Aprilia RSV4 Xtrenta is part of the Factory Works program launched by Aprilia Racing. Its uniqueness lies in the fact that it makes MotoGP technology available to the average consumer, whether he intends to compete in a national championship or simply wants to have a top performance RSV4 or to own a V4 in his garage.